Hi guys, it is Sunday, August 15th, and going back to visit an old favorite, I did this fold about, oh, I don't know, 6 months ago. It's a fold I came up with because, as you know, when I get my 12 by 12 papers, I cut them into 4 by 12 strips. I was looking for ways to make fun fold cards, and I came up with this one. So, with a sheet of 12 by 12 and one sheet of with one strip of a 4 by 12 and a sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock, either in the basic white or the very vanilla, you can make this card. So let's go real quick and show you how to do that. So we're going to score first. So we're going to put that blade down there and we're going to score. Let me put it over here so you can see. So our first score mark is going to be at 1.5. And then at 4, and then at 7.5. And I like to bend this back and forth a couple times before I use my bone folder. Alright, so we're going to set that aside for now. Then we're going to take our 8.5 by 11 and we're going to cut 2 strips at 3 3/4. And that will leave you a nice little strip later for sentiments. Okay, we're not going to cut this yet, but we're going to go ahead and stamp on it. So let's go ahead. Again, I'm going to use the same color combination as yesterday's video. So Blackberry Bliss, Cajun Craze, Garden Green, and Crushed Curry. And I'm using the Time of Giving. Now, I essentially bought this because I love the dies, and I did show those dies earlier on a video. But today we're going to actually use this. I was going to use this one, but I'm not going to today. So we're going to go ahead and use this and possibly this. We'll see how long this video gets, and then we'll cut some out in shades after that. So anyway, so we're using these 2 stamps, and we'll use this. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with our light, and we're going to go to the dark. Now, if you notice on this, I saved the lightest for that. It looks like wheat to me, but I'm not sure what exactly it is. So we're going to go ahead, start first with the Cajun Craze. And we're going to do generational stamping. So we're not going to stamp off. And then I'm going to come back and get some of the corners. Now, on this section over here, we're going to leave some open space because that's going to end up being where we put our words or greeting or where we want to write. All right, so there, we're done with the Cajun Craze. Let me get my chamois. All right, now we're going to go to our Garden Green. Now, since I started dark here, I'm going to go lighter this way. Remember, we're going to leave some room here for a sentiment or for writing. So we're going to come back in like that and then fill in just a little bit of that. Sorry if I went off there. All right. And then we're coming last with our strongest color, which will be Blackberry Bliss. But first, let's clean this off in the chamois. All right. So now Blackberry Bliss. All right, since I don't have a strong one in that middle yet, that's where I'm going to put this one. Oh, I might have to get that inked up my Blackberry Bliss looks a little bit muted. But let's go ahead and fill in those spaces. And what's nice, when it gets really light like that, you can stamp right over where the others are to just fill in that space. Okay, I think that looks great. Now I'm going to come in, there, come in with some of this wheat. Maybe it's a wildflower, I don't know. And I'm going to stamp it off once to begin with. I'm just going to put some there along the bottom. All right, so there we go. So there's that. All right, oh, now I got ink on my fingers, so got to be careful. All right, now we're going to cut this. Let me move these off to the side for just a second. I don't have my magnetic bowl out here. I should, but I don't. All right, so then we're going to cut at fourths. I'm sorry, not at fourths, at inches plus a fourth. So the first one we're going to have, like I said, this one is going to be our greeting one. So that's going to be 4 1/4. So I'm going to turn it upside down. So yeah, 4 1/4. And then we want to go 3 1/4. And you want to do this in a row, because if you don't, then you won't have that little, the continuation on your card. And then 2 1/4. And then that's going to leave you with a 1 1/4. Okay. All right, let's put this over for a second. Now we're going to take our scored piece. Again, this is going to be, it goes from this way to this way. So we're going to lay these all down and tape them down on their corresponding score marks. So here we go. Here's this one for the 1 1/4. Sorry. There we go for the 2 1/4. I'll be a little crooked, sorry. Here's our 3 1/4. And here's our final, our 4 1/4. It's going to go right here. Oh, make sure you do it the right way. Oh, I might have turned that one upside down. And I did. Look at that. Let me see if I can peel that up real quick, because I haven't pressed it down too badly. Oh, just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, you kind of want to make sure you keep them in the same direction. See, here's the continuation of those leaves. All right. Now let's bring this up. And this is my 4 1/4. So there you have that. And now, let me get out my bone folder. Now you want to start folding that. All right, and as you can see, right now I have 2 pieces that are showing through. So this is where you could use this skinny piece, but it's a little bit too skinny. So what I do is I cut it off again. You can cut another full sheet, or you can take what's left over from another place. But that is going to be your 3 1/4. And that should leave your other piece, and that's going to be your 1 1/4. Or you could do it out of a different color if you wanted to. So that's going to be for that, and that's going to be for that. So then on this, I look here to see, do I have any color that's really not showing up a lot? And it shows that I don't have a lot of that strong Blackberry Bliss. So let's take the Blackberry Bliss, clean off that stamp. All right. Now this one I'm just going to do the one color only because I want it to show through. Now I'll start doing those second and third generations just to fill it out a little bit. Uh-oh. The boys are back from their walk. And then on this piece, I'm going to take that wheat again in my crushed curry. Stamp it off because I just want it to be very light. As you can see, oops, I'm getting a little bit of an edge there, but it's going to be okay. And then I'm going to take that thankful. I'm going to do it in the green. All right, I'll clean these off in a little bit. Let's go ahead and put down our last little pieces here. And if it's a little thinner here and a little thicker there, it doesn't matter because you're really not going to see it. But there we have your card then. And we'll take just a panel that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Put some Stampin' Seal down there. You may want to use Stampin' Seal Plus. I think Stampin' Seal works just fine, but depending. And then we're going to take some of those Genial Gems. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to take it off my bone folder because it's a brand new bone folder. So I haven't got that nub worn down a lot, but we'll see. I might have to grab my Take Your Pick tool. Yep, let me grab my Take Your Pick tool. Remember, I always push down first just to make sure that all that adhesive gets picked up on your Genial. So I push it down, then I pick it up. Sometimes if you don't do that, it might stick. Huh. I don't know where it went to. All right, let's pick another one up. It'll show up. There. Go there. And there you have a beautiful looking card using those same colors as yesterday, but in a different style. All right, and then if you want to, you could cut these out, stamp them again, cut them out, and put little secondary leaves popped up or whatever. And this would just give you the cut and the embossing look. All right, guys. Thanks a lot for stopping in. Have a great Sunday. Hope your weekend was fabulous. And we'll talk to you soon.